Today I'm going to be comparing Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomade and Amazona's Solstice. Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomade is a dark oud, incense, rosy, raspberry scent that's very rich, and Amazona's Solstice is supposed to be cloning it, and I'm going to compare them side by side and let you know how close it smells to Ombre Nomade. We're going to start with the opening of Solstice. The opening of Solstice is a dark oud. It has this smokiness, but it's not an incense smoke. You also get a slight hint of the rose, and I don't really get any raspberry or sweetness from the raspberry in the opening, and at times this does smell like gasoline to me. While with Ombre Nomade, the oud is dark, but the incense stick out a lot more than it does in Solstice. You also get this slight sweetness from the raspberry in the opening, and the rose note really stands out, and that's something that Amazona's Solstice lacked. Now let's talk about the dry down. The dry down on Solstice, you get more rose present than in the opening, but it's not as sweet as Ombre Nomade. It has a similar oud scent. It's slightly darker than Ombre Nomade. In the dry down, you kind of get this hint of dark chocolate at times, while the dry down of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomade, the rose is different. The raspberry note brings that sweetness that Solstice lacked, and it's perfectly sweet for a deep, dark fragrance. The oud does smell better in Ombre Nomade, and the incense is better in Ombre Nomade as well, and it's better blended. So overall, it's not one of one, but it does get pretty close. I hate giving out percentages, but I would say it gets about 80 to 85% close to Ombre Nomade.